وبركاتنا أصابة خير في الجميع. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone who came tonight. A cold night in Houston, and farther north I think it's more cold. Our friends in Dallas and Chicago and Canada, Allah keep you safe and warm. Asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, asking from Maulana Shaykh to grant us something to lift up our hearts, and we need it. We live in a dark time. The Prophet said this world will be covered with chunks of darkness or clouds of darkness, or you can't see even your hand in front of your face. No one knows what's going on. No one has a good intelligence, not our minds, intel. No one has a good to bring news and bring it to us. Everywhere people are making lies and tricks, confusing people. Everyone trying to gain an advantage over the other one for this purpose or that purpose. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We're intending to follow our Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله. By the secret of that holy verse, if you want to be loved by Allah, follow me. Said Prophet, Allah will love you. We're intending to follow as best we can. They made it now difficult also. There's a famous hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Maulana used to use. Yasir wa la tu'asir, bashiru wa la tunafiru. Prophet used to speak short advice, short words. Not like today's, soon I'm going to tell you something important. Tomorrow night I'm going to say something more important. Before I tell you something important, let me say something else. He said it straight out. Yasir wa la tu'asir, bashir wa la tunafiru. Make it easy, not difficult. Make people happy, give good tidings. Don't frighten people, don't make people in difficulties. And Holy Quran says, don't try to make the way more difficult. Don't ask questions about things. If someone was to give you a fatwa or explain it, put you in a more difficulty. Quran says don't. As in the time of Musa alayhi salam in Surah Baqarah, they were Bani Israel, children of Israel, was ordered to sacrifice a cow. Instead of to take one cow and do it, they began to play around with it. What kind of calf? What color? Which one exactly? Until it was made very tight for them. Then they did it, and they were angry. The original was easy, but they made it so tight that by the time they carried it out, they had bad feeling about it. The religion is, as Maulana used to say, so wide and easy to follow. It's the widest Sharia. He said in the past, they were given previous ummah, previous qawm, they were given very difficult things to do. They had to fast sitting in the hot sun on rocks, 24 hours without breaking, 24 hours without drinking, 1 week without eating, standing on one leg to make so many difficult things they had to do. And Prophet's Sharia is easy and light, but they try to make it more difficult. And we lost the refreshment, the refreshing spirit of the religion, the thing that makes hearts to live and be happy in their beliefs. We said the hadith many times. They went to one of the old Sahabi, perhaps it was Abu Dhar, or one of the, when he was old, the next generation, like these guys, Tabi'in and Tabi'in. They used to go to the Sahaba and ask them hadiths. What was it like, what you took from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? And they went to him and said, oh, the companion of Prophet, perhaps it was Abu Dhar, radiallahu anhu. What was it like in the time of Rasulullah? Can you tell us? And he said, oh, my sons, my grandsons, my great-grandsons, what we had in the time of Prophet is gone now. All we have is the salat, the namaz, and that's different also, he said. It means the holy refreshment power that was coming in the time of Prophet ﷺ, they lost it. They lost it. And they did, or we can say we did, as Prophet said, what the previous nations did. He said even if they ran into a hole in the ground for a mouse or a squirrel or some small animal, my nation will follow them, do the same thing. What they did. What they did before and what we did. We took away the living Prophet, the living one whose existence gave life to the religion, gave life to the way. We took it away, and instead we substituted what ulama or professors, ustaz or ulama took from their books, thought about it, and say this is Judaism, this is Christianity, this is Islam. The religions, as they came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, came through a messenger, through His holy being, His holy personality, his holy existence, giving life, radiating, broadcasting, supporting, pouring light to the people. And as long as the people kept that idea alive, lights were coming and refreshment. And the religions reached the highest levels of spirituality. When they left it, it came down. Until now everybody's in darkness and debating over small issues, what to do about this, what to do about that, and not looking up. Eyes down and not seeing the sky. Losing the target. Losing the target, the aim, Ayat. Losing the aim for everything. Prophet ﷺ, he was asking to build people's spirituality, to take veils from their hearts, from the eyes of their hearts, and from the ears of their hearts, to make them to see and hear what no one saw before, what no one heard before. Quran says it's not the eyes in your head that's blind, it's the eyes in your heart that's blind. And likewise for our ears. We never learn to develop our heart's possibilities. I'm blaming myself also. We didn't do that. Only very few. Awliya did like that, and then after they passed, it's difficult to find that light. We ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us a power to open the eyes of our hearts and the ears of our hearts and the presence of our hearts to get in. To understand something from our religion more than just to go up and down, pray 5 times, and I'm eating halal meat, and I'm washing wudu and doing, to make it to open something. All the things we do in religion are only means for something when we go from this life. They're not ends in themselves. It's not the goal to make wudu, the goal is to reach. Hadith is the salat for a believer is the mirage. To get up. Prophet was going through 7 heavens, so Sidratul Muntaha, Kaaba Qawsayn Adna. But we're not doing that. We're just going up and down and saying, I'm praying. We're not praying. That's why he said, oh, nothing left but the salat, and that's different also, because it's not doing anything. I prayed. Oh, mashallah. You saw it? What? There's an ayat. I forgot which surah. Surah Kaf or Surah Hadid. I don't know. Have you not? It describes the idols that they were worshipping before. Manat and Uzza, etc., etc. Have you not seen them? Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as Baba Nuzul, Prophet sent Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam a group of Sahaba to the temple where they were worshipping those idols to go and they went and they did whatever they did there. And they came back. The ayat came, have you not seen those demons? The Prophet said, you saw them? He didn't see anything. He said, go back. And he gave them something to recite. They went back, they saw. We're living in a world like a shadow. We don't see what's really there. All of us. I'm saying for myself also. Prophet reported so many. We're blind. We're like blind. We're sitting here and imagining we're experiencing everything. You see? Alhamdulillah. Not to be without hope. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. لا تيأسوا من روح الله. You made the calligraphy for them. لا تيأسوا من روح الله. Never give up hope. Allah may make everything all right, said Sayyidina Yaqub. He became blind and his son was in prison for years and years, and he said never give up hope. Another Shaykh Nasim, Allah bless him, he was saying, if you use your power that Allah gave you to think deeply and look deeply into Allah's signs, the ayats of Holy Quran, and in the signs around you in the world, in the rising and setting of the sun, in the moving of the clouds, in the waving of the grass, and the flight of the birds, so many signs, endless, you can't come to the end of it. Everywhere is signs, signs, signs. Yourself. It's a doorway for you to be able to get in, to know something about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to come to another level. We're asking from our belief power. Belief power is another kind of power that Maulana was trying to teach us to develop it and use it. Power of belief. Penetrate the veils of the heavens and earth. I can't, I don't know how. Don't say I can't, I don't know how. Believe. With the power of belief, you can move. He said, if the sky was covered with iron plates and the earth was covered with iron plates, don't be in doubt for your rizq. Believe. Allah should give. There was a ayat, I was trying to learn it. فَاسْتَعِذْ يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَآمَنُوا بِرَسُولِهِ يُؤْتِيكُمْ كِفْلَيْنِ مِنْ رَحْمَتِهِ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ نُورًا تَمْشُونَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. The second ayat, I didn't learn it. You know that one? Oh, you who believe, fear Allah, believe in Allah, and believe in Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah will give you a double portion of mercy and a light by which you can walk. A light through this darkness to see and forgive you. And then the second ayat.
لئلا يعلم أهل الكتاب ألا يقدرون على شيء من فضل الله وأن الفضل بيد الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
What's the translation?
That the people of the book may know that they have no power whatever over the grace of Allah, that His grace is entirely in His hand, to bestow it on whomsoever He wills. For Allah is the Lord of grace abounding.
A believer has to believe Allah is the one who gives. Believe in Allah and His prophets. He is the one who gives. Now, all kinds of dajjals are coming and saying, we're in control for everything. No. Quran says they're going to be taught, they're not in control for anything. Allah is in control for it. He gives to whoever He likes. He can give. But we lost that belief. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, amanu. Every kind. Rizq is not only food. Rizq your spirituality also. Your heritage as a human being to be Khalifatullah. So open. May Allah grant us, for the sake of Prophet ﷺ, fear Allah and believe in his Prophet ﷺ. And we can say also for tariqat, especially tariqat Naqshbandiyya, Tinariya, believe in his awliya. That power still can come, even it's only a trickle. No. Even a drop is more than enough. Even one drop is more than enough. If he opens Niagara, who can drink from Niagara? Who can care? Who can step on the sun to walk there? They can take only a drop. So a drop is enough for us. Whatever is going to be open has to be something. Try to look for that power. Give some time to look at Allah's signs in the world around you, in the ayats of Holy Quran, in yourself, to look deeply, and may He open through all of your hearts, and in my heart also, lights and power to get up, to give us a refreshment. Wa min Allah tawfiq, bi hurmat Habib, bi hurmat al-Fatiha. Thanks to him. Every day I don't know what to say. Every time he gives something to say. Every day I say, oh no, I'm going to go and study something important so I can. Every day I forget. And every day. He said one time, it was Eid. Second, third, fourth day of Eid, 1 week of Eid in London. We went to a place, I think it was the Sri Lankan Eid party. They had a table for speakers and food. It was Eid celebration, speeches. And the organizer came to Maulana Shaykh Nazim and said, we'd like for one of your English-speaking Marids to say some words. And I said, you speak, or Dr. So-and-so speak. I said, let Dr. So-and-so speak. I thought that way. He said, okay, but watch how doctor speaks. Their mind is 10 feet above their heads. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن